There we go. All done. Okay, so what are we looking for? What are we looking at here? And aside from a big red losing day, I mean, we'll take it and on the chin, really, unfortunately. But let's see what happens with the rest of the market. Unfortunately, if you're joining expecting me to be trading, I'm not trading this session. My montage is locked. I can't trade for the rest of today. I'm over my max loss, so I will not be trading. But I can give some insights into what to trade and what I would trade if I hadn't lost so much this in the first session. So, you know, zoom out, as I like to say. So this is dawn. Currently 5% up on the day. It's been up and down. It's trying to break highs. Look, Les, it happens. Like I say, anybody who says that it doesn't affect them when they lose money in the trading, the psychological element of it, of course, you do try to distance yourself from it, and part of how I manage that, well, and I say I manage it, part of how I try to do that is by, not thinking about the money until I withdraw it. And of course, that in itself is difficult. So it's it's hard, Well, this is the point. 14 green trading days in a row, 14 profitable trading days in a row. That's really good going. Something that, based on the month that came off. So the back end of May was terrible, but the back end of May, we got a streak going. We kept it into June, and we're halfway through June. Now, if 3 weeks ago, coming into the last couple of weeks of May, you told me, okay, about halfway through June, you've already made over 100 grand's worth of profit, and you've got the second half of June to kick on and see if you can have your best trading month there. Would you take that? Hell yeah, I'd take that. I mean, who wouldn't? If I didn't trade for the rest of June, I could take the rest of June off, go and sun myself in Marbella or whatever, and I'd still have 100 grand month. So I'm not. Whilst I say that, part of me is still saying, Tony, you traded like an ass today. You've looked back at the trades, you've traded like an ass, particularly the Aeroclean ones. The others you could have got away from. The other ones you could have recovered from. But the Aeroclean, the two trades with Aeroclean, on both occasions, you traded like an ass. And there was no excuse for losing that amount of money on Aeroclean today. Absolutely zero excuse. So, I'll take that. I'll go to bed tonight and I'll forget about it, and I'll get up in the morning and see what's moving. But as punishment, and also to make sure that I don't give anything further back, as punishment, I'm not trading for the rest of the day. Don't care what moves. Don't care if Aeroclean goes up, and I mean, it went down to 12, and then it's kind of ranging up around the $14, $15 level. I don't care if it goes to 35. I'm not trading it for the rest of the day. I might not trade it for the rest of the week just to punish myself. Who's not telling the truth, Super Chip? Somebody lying to you? I know the market's a bit manipulated at the moment. There's plenty of lies going on over on Wall Street, that's for sure. You know what I'm missing? What I'm missing right now is some soothing tunes. There we go. Let's get the chat going. Okay, so what's been moving today? Well, there's been quite a lot moving. CMRA moved up huge, and I still can't find anything. So this is CMRA Life Science. I still can't find anything to put it up on the 15 minutes so you can see. It popped up, and I still don't know why. I've not got any catalyst. But it went from kind of $1.20 all the way up to $4.40, and it did pull back, but it's kind of consolidating sideways now. So that was CMRA Life Science. What else moved up? We got Revlon, of course, and we all saw how Revlon popped up at the open, and then consolidated for a bit, selling off now. I was actually considering shorting this before I shut down, and I thought, no, Tony, you've lost enough money, just stop it. In hindsight, and hindsight is the best trader on the planet, Cavill, I traded that, got in, got out, lost a little bit. Biot Corp, another one that moved up. Middle of the day. This was a classic. This is clear manipulation of some description, this one. So pump up and then a quick sell off. So I don't know why that pumped up or whatever it was, but you could have made profits on the move up. You've got to be careful with that. And I always say this when you're trading, when you see something moving, look for a catalyst. If there's no catalyst, it's okay to trade it, and okay to trade the momentum if you want to, trade the patterns and things, but just be careful, because if it's moving up without a catalyst, there's a high, particularly stocks of this price, there's a high likelihood it's being manipulated. There's a high likelihood that it's being pumped, ready for someone to pull the rugs. Oh, it's not been a good day, Class. Not been a good day today. No, you can probably see in front of you, I've got 4 stocks traded, every one of them red and big red. So I've given back a lot of money to the market today. So I've locked my montage, and I'm past my max loss today. So first red day in 15. Do you know what? I've got to look for the positives. I've got to take the positives on that one. It's the first red day in 15. So you've got to give me that. GameStop, after a little bit of a sell-off at the open, went well. It's been going well since. AMC, probably not as big a gains, but still it's on the upside. It's green on the day. Indonesian Energy made a big move to start off with pre-market, and then been selling off ever since. Houston American, pretty much the same same move. Of course, that continued into the open before the sell-off. The Nasdaq is down now. So I said earlier in the day that the markets, I expect them to sell off, start the day green based on the huge sell-off yesterday, but then eventually sell off and finish red. I'm quite surprised it's taken this long to go red on the Nasdaq. The S&P 500, that was pretty much a steady sell-off across the day. Dow Jones, steady sell-off across the day, and the Russell Index, probably the worst one for selling off across the day, and the highest percent red at the moment. Not huge red, but you tap that on the back of the red days from the last couple of days, and we're breaking lows. On all of the markets, we're breaking lows. So, whilst it's not been difficult to trade the bear market this month, today I just got it all wrong, and it was like I look back at it now, and out of body experience, I look back at it now, it's like a deer in the headlights. I look at the trades, I've reviewed the trades, I've looked back at them, and like, Tony, what you're thinking? There's clear exit indicators. You shouldn't hold on for that long. I don't know what was going on in my head at the time, but I think I'd left my trading head on. I don't know if any of you were familiar with Wurzel Gummidge, but I think I got my losing head on instead of my trading head. So I should hope you have lost less than me, Alistair. Some days are always better than others, but this, do you know what? I don't mind having a red day, having a losing day. Now, granted, I would prefer if I'm having a red day, it's not this big. But I don't mind having a red day when it's coming from a position of strength. Now, the problem was that last month in May, I'm going to keep going back to May, but last month in May, I had a big red day right on the 1st of the month. And I'd already withdrawn, withdrawn my profits from April. So to have a big red day, a similar kind of size day, red day on the 1st of the month, I wasn't doing it from a position of strength. So to be able to do it from, over 130,000, 137,000 in the green on the month, to then lose 27,000, not the end of the world. If I said, okay, I've lost 27,000, you've got to put it into perspective. I know I'm banding these numbers around like they're nothing, but you've got to get beyond the actual numbers themselves. It doesn't mean anything until you withdraw. So it is very much, that Faguzzi. It's not real until you withdraw the numbers. So I make a profit on the month, and right now I'm in the green on the month. At the end of the month, I can then take stock and say, look, I've had a good month. In that month, there's going to be swings to the upside, there's going to be swings to the downside. And in a good month, the swings hopefully will be a lot bigger to the upside. Like this month at the moment, we've had some really big swings to the upside. And now it's about protecting those gains and adding to them if we can. I mean, what makes it a little bit easier to swallow today, I guess, if this had happened on a Monday, I would have been really upset. Because coming into a new week, starting the week off with a bad week, and it takes a while then to recover. Because we had such a good day yesterday, we did 18,000 in profit yesterday, which kind of sweetens the pill a little bit today. It's still a 27,000 drawdown that I need to be able to recover from. But the fact I did 18,000 yesterday makes it that little bit less painful, and it means I've got a 9,000 hole for the week that I potentially could fill in the remaining 3 days. So now, based on the size of my equity position, I should be if I'm looking at getting back to my goal, daily goal, 5,000 a day, I should be targeting myself on 15,000 for the rest of the week, which will put me back green on the month. It won't cover the 27,000 loss, but it'll put me back green on the month, and then next week we'll get rid of the full drawdown in the first couple of days of next week. That's the plan, at least, anyway. Well, in trading, going back to what I was about to say to class, is that what I say every single day: trading is risky. You can be the best trader on the planet, or top 3 even, and you're still going to lose. You're still going to make losing trades. You're still going to have losing days. Trading is risky. You don't risk more than you can afford to lose, and that's the difference. Is I'm coming from a position of strength because I've had such a good month to date that 27,000, it's painful, but I can absorb that. Exactly. Just let it flow. Oh, I'll get it back. There's no doubt in my mind, Super Chip. If I didn't believe that I would get that back and get it back before the end of the month, I may as well just quit now and just go on holiday for the rest of the month. Take 2 weeks off and go and drink some sangria in Marbella. If I didn't believe I could get it back within the next 8 trading days. When's Juneteenth? That's next week, isn't it? I think it's next week. Let me see, what day is it? Now I see Juneteenth. I thought it was 20th. Why is it 10th when it's 20th? Oh, that's because it's on the 19th. It's the 19th. So the 20th is next Monday. Right, okay. So the markets are closed next Monday, guys, just as a heads up. I knew it was, but that means that we've got 10 trading days left. And there's the problem, Super Chip, is if you start making big gains, you start going in with bigger size to make bigger gains. You get greedy. And it's human nature. And the problem that you have with that is that when you make a loss and you're getting greedy and going for big gains, when you get greedy, that's when the market goes against you. You end up making your biggest losses when you're being the greediest. I think the easiest thing for me to sit here and say is be disciplined with your trading. Doesn't matter about your equity balance. Be disciplined with your trading and execute your strategy, manage your risk. And it's the easiest thing for me to say that sitting here. But I'm, case number one. It's not as easy to do as it looks or it is to say. Executing against the strategy, being disciplined. It's all words that says, look, it's easy to do, but it's not. So this is why, you need to practice in a simulator first. And when you do start trading for real money, don't go in big size. Don't risk all your equity in your first trade. Start small and scale up gradually over time. Oh, rub it in, Britty Talkie. I bet you've not done as much as me on Aeroclean over the last week, though. So, and that's my problem, Super Chip, is that I make stupid mistakes when I'm flying high. I do get overconfident. I get a bit cocky, and there's nothing more humbling than a big kicking from the market to actually bring you back down to earth and say, you know what, get back to your plan, because you're being cocky. It's not, making a loss is not the end of the world. It's, having a losing day is just part of trading. Trading is risky. Everybody loses. Hopefully you don't lose as much as I have today, but at the end of the day, it's just one of those, it's just another one of those days that in the market. Some days you're flying high. This day last week, you all watched me do it. This day last week, I had a $60,000 trade, $63,000 I made with Aeroclean. $63,000, $62,000 plus change. So second biggest trade of my career, and that led to, on top of that, led to my second biggest trading day of my career as well. So. No, it ain't the money. It's the money is secondary. And this is something, if you get into trading for the money, yes, we do it for the money. Of course we do it for the money. But if that's all you care about, then get someone to trade for you. It's much less stressful. Seriously. The challenge, I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the trading. I enjoy the challenge, the actually being successful. Coming back from this 27,000 drawdown now, hopefully I can do it this week. I'm not targeting myself this week. I'm targeting myself on 15K for the rest of the week. That's my goal for this week. Hopefully I can have a good day and go beyond that, and we can, get rid of this drawdown before the end of the week. But my goal is to get profitable on the week first and foremost, which means I need to average over 3K per day. My goal is already 5K per day. So 15K for the rest of this week. And then we've got a nice long weekend. I think I've got a wedding next Friday. So I won't be trading next Friday. So it's going to be a very short week, a 3-day week next week for me. Yeah, it's a bit like playing poker, Super Chip. That's what I would equate it to. You don't play poker for the money, because most people that play poker lose. It's the competition. It's the skill. It's a battle of wits. The people that play poker are always the ones that lose if they were playing it for the money. But it's a battle of wits. In the markets here, it's not so much a battle of wits, but I enjoy trying to anticipate the breakouts, spotting the patterns, utilizing the strategy, and of course money is a big portion of it. But that's okay, Britty Talkie. Small bits, as long as you agree. Doesn't matter how big you are green. Doesn't matter if you've got a green day. If you're making profits, doesn't matter. The only difference between you making $60 on Euroclean and me making $60,000 on Euroclean is sizing. When you think about it, if I'm prepared to take a 20,000 share position and you're taking a 200 share position, there's a big difference in the sizing. Absolutely, Super Chip. Absolutely. They say if you find something you're passionate about, turn it into your occupation. You'll never work a day in your life. And since I started trading, I really enjoy trading. I'm quite passionate about it, and I'm earning really good money. And I don't feel like I'm working. Of course, the taxman says different, and that's another downside about doing it. But yeah, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you really, what do you get a buzz out of doing? If you can do that for a living, then you never actually work for a living, because you're following a passion. You're following hobbies, if you will. You do a hobby and get paid for it. I mean, granted, it's not Mo Salah pricey, the salaries. Although saying that, last week probably was professional football salary levels. If I could do that every week, I would do. So, has anybody traded any of these ones on the way up? AUVI. So, Applied UV's had a good day today. 44% up. It's now 380s. Breaking highs. Still breaking highs. Got rejected at 4. 397. So it got rejected at 4. So Applied UV, and the thing is, while I like the idea of Applied UV, is it's a similar catalyst to Euroclean from last week, and when it broke out last week, I expected it to make a similar kind of move. It didn't, but we'll see. There's still a chance for this to make a move up. I won't ask what that actually means, Super Chip, in terms of running 20 blocks. I hope you're not. I hope you're not a pimp. Just saying. There's a. Okay, I won't dig any deeper in that, because I don't want to get banned off TikTok. But you do you, boo. Here we go. We're gonna try $4 again. It's actually moving. It's looking very strong at the moment, and this is AUVI, Applied UV Inc. And they're just about to try and break $4. There we go. Not quite. Oh, rejected at $4. Rejected. Try again. Just need to consolidate, regroup, and try again. if yeah, true, it does. You're running a team. The problem with running a team is nobody on the team is ever as passionate about what you're trying to achieve as you are, and that's a big problem. It can be exhausting at times. So when I'm going back to my previous role as you know, managing business and running the sales operation of a software company, and the people who are actually, if they were successful, they could be earning more than I was because of the commissions that would kick in and the multipliers if they're over goal and stuff. But they would never be as passionate about it as I was, which I found, you know, mind-boggling. If you're going to do something, invest yourself in it. Are we going to break $4 here? This could be setting up for something, maybe a continuation tomorrow. Let's see if I can get some nice picks for tomorrow. The watch list. I mean, there's some good moves. What I would say about today, despite losing ground today, yes, the markets have sold off again. They're a bit choppy. The wider markets, I mean, the S&P 500 is down over a whole percent now. Nasdaq slightly behind, like 6.6%. But the markets have sold off again, so they're in the red again based on the lows of yesterday. But what I would say about the markets is there's been a lot of runners, a hell of a lot of runners on good relative volume as well. So we've got that volatility back in the market. What had been missing? There we go. We break $4 on that occasion, and how is it going to get 410? So we've got volatility back in the market, which I'm really excited about because the last couple of months. So, for example, the course that I've been teaching, the people that have signed up for the course that are actually learning, and over the last couple of months, Alistair, you're one of them. You've signed up. It's a very difficult time to learn in terms of practicing on the market because May in particular was very choppy. Now we're getting volatility back in the market. It means that it's going to be a lot easier to make money because you can take advantage of that volatility. It doesn't matter whether the markets are moving up or down as long as they're moving. So when they're moving, it brings volatility into the market. You look at the VIX. VIX right now whilst it's down 3.4%. It's still over 30. It's 32. So that's, you know, high volatility is above 30 on the VIX is what they say. So as long as the VIX stays above 30, we're going to have good volatility, and that's going to present opportunities. I'll take a look at that now that we're broke $4. I'll on applied UV. Let's have a look at CMRA Life again. Today's top mover. It's moving. It's selling off. It's been, if I put this on the 5 minute, you'll see this. So it moved up from kind of 11 o'clock. I didn't see what the catalyst was. Still don't see a catalyst on this. Then when it pulled back, we're getting this snaking going on here. So it got a bit of a double top, an M pattern there. So it's looking a bit bearish. It's coming down for this is CMRA Life Science. So I think that's might be done for the day. We'll see. Redo. I think that's. There's nothing on Redo Super Chip. It's just there's nothing happening with it. It's a little over $3. Just no. Looks like it's not trading. What's going on with this one? Let me just find out. No data. Rise Education. Not sure why there's no data on this. There's nothing on the chart. I mean, it's the same. I'm just looking at the Benzinga chart as well, and there's no movement on the Benzinga chart. So I don't know why this is not moving. There's no data at all. I can't see any reason why it's been halted or stopped, or trading's been halted or something. Rise Education Cayman. Can't see. But there's nothing happening there. So Matt, no, I didn't trade Neo simply because Neo moved after I'd lost my made my losses. I'd hit my max loss today, and Neo moved after that. So I'd already locked my montage. I'd already no more trades for today. We're just looking at applied UV. It broke $4. Selling, pulling back a little bit. It's on the 5 minute. It broke $4. It's pulling back a bit now. So still breaking highs, still looking strong. We're moving into, well, we're halfway through the final hour of the market, so finding resistance up at that $4 level. Kaival was just sold off. But if you look at Kaival on the 15 minute, you'll see 30 minute, huge move up, and then it just steadily sold off. It's now at 231 from over $3. So Revlon, similar sort of thing, that moved up to over $3 today. Now it's back down 159. So bit of a pump and dump with Revlon as well. Not I wouldn't say that's a manipulated pump and dump, but it's, I mean, if you're looking at this on the 30 minute, or let's have a look at it on the 15, it might be a bit bumpy now. No, on the 30 minute it's quite obvious. Going to move up, and then the M shape, which is very bearish. But yeah, I'll take a look at Neo for you, Matt. Neo's had a decent day. I mean, I say decent day, it's a good day for Neo. It's look at it on the 5 minute. Bit of, that looks very head and shoulders ish. It's moving up now, so goes to show not every pattern is. The Neo moved up, hit a high here of just over $19. And then it's pulling back a little bit, but it's trying to make another move up. So on the 5 minute, that does look very head and shoulders ish. There's shoulder one, there's your head, there's shoulder two. Normally that would instigate a sell-off, so just be wary of that. Normally you get a little bit of a pull, and it could be a bull trap. Just be careful if you're in it in the run up. Yeah, so Matt, I wouldn't surprise if it does sell off, because that could be a bit of a bull trap. I like Neo. Neo was one of the first stocks I actually day traded, funnily enough, going back about 2 years or so, a couple of years ago, and it was cheaper than this at the time, and it ran up all the way up to about 38 in over a couple of days. Super Chip, are you just throwing tickers at me, or is there a reason for these? So again, pop and drop. That's Cosmos Holdings, another pop and drop. Popped up from 50 cents up to $1.50 and back down. Bang. Horrible chart. Horrible chart. No volume. It's whilst it's up 10% on the day, there's no volume. It's not. It's 85,000 shares all day long. Super chip. So it's a nothing. It's not worth trading. Just looking at your screener. Does it not tell you what the volume is on your screener, or are you just sorting by gap up? Yes, I am, Mascaster. That's my max loss for the day. First red day in 15. So got to take it on the chin, which is why my montage is locked. I passed my max loss, so I can't trade anymore today. So I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll be trading again tomorrow, and we've now got a challenge to recover the 27k. Although we did do 18k yesterday, I can't really count that because your drawdown is from when it draws down, because my high would have been 147. So I've now got to get back to 147, which was after close of business yesterday. So look, painful as it is, one of those days. It's a red day. It's just a bad trading day. Well, enjoy your evening there, Matt. Okay, if you're quick, you might catch EastEnders. But again, I was contemplating actually not even bother streaming for Power Hour, knowing full well I'm not going to be trading, knowing full well that I'm still stinging a little bit from the losses. But I thought, no, let's get on here. It's fine. No, it doesn't. Feng or Fang? Feng. It's got 85,000 shares traded all day. So unless it's only trading 8,000 shares on a regular day, look, it's now Fang's different. Fang's got volume, but it's not got the volatility. You see, I mean, Fang is at 149, so, and that's only 1% up on the day. So is it Fang or Feng? You tell me, F-A-N-G or F-E-N-G? You said F-E-N-G, which has got zero volume. So that's 11%. Let me just have a quick look at what it normally trades. So Feng, I'm looking at Feng. 85,000 shares traded. It normally trades 185,000 over the last 3 months, so it's not got a high relative volume. It's definitely low relative volume. It's not even half. It's not even traded half its average. So I don't know what your screen is telling you, but it's telling you little lies there, Super Chip. You look at it here. You can't see that. Pull this up here so you can see. Bang. It's 398. It's 11% up on the day. No, it's got a volume of 85,000. Normally trades over the last 3 months, last 100 days, 185,000. So the relative volume's low. It's Is Black Sky moving again? Helps if I put the right ticker in, doesn't it? Big Sky. Hey, it's up. Not as much as it was last week, but the end of May. But it's up at 215, steady. It's a very difficult. I would say this would be a very difficult one to try and trade. Very choppy. Not great volume. So I would stay away from that, regardless of whether it's moving up or not. It's just very choppy from an intraday perspective in particular. I thought this was, you know, potentially going to go to the moon when it got that, you know, $1 billion contract with the US government, but it didn't. Went up to kind of 380. So I wouldn't trade that. If I wouldn't trade that, you can trade whatever you want. I'm not financial advisor and I'm not offering financial advice. Don't sue me. But I wouldn't trade that. There's much better stocks out there today to trade. I mean, you've only got to look at not so much CMRA. I knew that could be a double bottom, potentially. So CMRA Life Science, no. Revlon, no, that's dying off. Travel's on its way back up. It's above the VWAP, so that could be interesting. Rival Brands Innovation, moving up. We've got Biocorp, there was a bit of a pump and dump. GME, if you like a bigger stock, is up today. About to test 127. Indonesian Energy and died off. Dawn died off. I'm going to get rid of some of these now that I don't like. Houston American's gone red on the day now. Bit of that. What else are we looking at? Look at Redbox though. Redbox is down at 10s. So Redbox was up at 70. It reached high of 1795 yesterday, or 1820 yesterday morning, and it's down at 10s now. Huge shorting action going on there. Yeah, well, you know, Phil, you win some, you lose some. I just hope I continue to win more than I lose. That's it. Oh yeah, I've had experience with trade ideas in the wrong data before, which is why I plumped for Benzinga, which is why I prefer Benzinga. Trade ideas, same thing with FinViz as well. So FinViz, the screeners on FinViz can be a bit sketchy at times. But at least in FinViz, it's free. So right now, let's have a look at top to bottom. So CMRA, just had a look at, which is this one, top mover of the day. Now underneath the VWAP and consolidating sideways. So we got that double top M type pattern, and it pulled back. So now it's below 290, below $3. Next one is Applied UV. This is the next biggest gainer coming into the close, and rejected at $4 level, went up to kind of 407 twice and rejected. So we might see a continuation with this tomorrow. How long have we got left? 20 minutes. It could come back. Doubt it. Rival Brands trying to make a move back up. 230s. It's hovering around the VWAP. Symbiotic. Next one. Symbiotic making a move now. Had a pump right at the open, and it's making another move now. So this is Symbiotic. What's the catalyst? It's not huge volume. But it's above average volume. It's not huge relative volume, but it's above average volume. Kind of 1529. So why is this moving? Aside from submitting a Form 8 yesterday, no specific news that I can see. Nope. So that seems to be the story of today. A lot of the big movers today did so without any specific catalyst. I would say KOLD is an ETF, so I'm not going to show that one. Edu, which is New Orient Education, in making gains most of the day. Currently up at 21.75, pulling back a little bit from the highs. Now into the close. That's got good volume as well. A little better than average. So we've had some good movers today. It's been quite a volatile day. Amalix Pharma, that's moved. That's up 22%. AMLX. That's up there, breaking highs, 16.15. And there's a huge window. It's quite a big window to $19 here. Yeah, a bit more volume that could motor. So there's a lot of movers today. Volatility's back, guys. No, you're all right, Super Chip. I'll take your word for it. Geovax moving again, is it? Nah, not really. 27% up on the day. It's 140s, 150s. Made a move up and then it's coming back now. Almost this double bottom W shape there, but it's got a way to go to get to its highs though. 146 right now. And just the end of last month, this went up to kind of 340, 338. So a little bit below what I scanned for. There's time yet there, Alistair, but either take the L and come back stronger tomorrow, which is what I intend to do, or look to make your 100 back to before the close if there's a good setup. I don't think there's that much in terms of setups right now. I'm not seeing a lot. Let's just change the session to the last 15 minutes. So Amalix, the biggest mover over the last 15 minutes. I wouldn't trust that. Just wouldn't trust that chart. Symbiotic, we were just looking at as well over the last 15 minutes now. That's looking strong. That's a fairly strong chart over the last 15 minutes. So SYM, or Symbiotic. But again, this is one that I didn't see a catalyst. So just be careful, guys. Breaking highs. No catalyst. Yeah, I think I'm going to crack open a bottle of wine, drown my sorrows. That's probably the best thing to do. I'm not saying that I'm an alcoholic or anything like that, because it's not a problem unless you call it one. Just saying. It's getting late. It's coming up to 9 o'clock. It's past wine o'clock, and I've not had a drink yet, so I think I've earned it today. I'm quite surprised I've not actually opened a bottle already. So let's see what the close brings. Is there anybody looking at something specifically? Actually, Aeroclean looks like it's making a move to the upside. Look at that. Now it's making a move up to the upside. Now it's trying to break 15. That's a nice little, the 2 minute in particular. It's a nice little double bottom shape. But Aeroclean might not be done. We might just be having a consolidation. We'll pull back today, and then we'll go again tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not married to this stock. We just had a divorce. Did this last week as well. Is when I was getting a bit too familiar with it, it bit me, and then came good. So today I've been not just bitten, but got to have the poison sucked out. But on the higher time frames, though, say it's looking lower highs. Just broke that. Just broke that lower highs thing. We're getting a narrowing pennant, narrowing triangle. Just broke through that, so looking like it will be making a bit of a run now into the close. Good luck if you're in Aeroclean. Still looking strong overall. You look at where it's come from. Let's look at it on the daily. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at where it's come from. Lines. And zoom in. It's come from down here. Make a bit of a pullback, and it's pulled all the way back down to 1230s. And this extended wick to the downside is very bullish. So it's still looking strong. You know, from where it's been, it was down here at less than $3 just last week when it started on Monday. Now it's up at 15, and we're kind of thinking, well, it looks a bit weak at 15. It doesn't. It's actually looking strong. If you zoom out and you look at the grand scheme of things in terms of the moves that it's made, it broke highs just yesterday. So we saw this pullback here on the daily. Let's see if we get a new high. What's the high of this one today? Is 48. So if we can break 1750, this could break 20. Let's see what happens overnight. I don't think we're done with Aeroclean yet. Yeah, I think a nice glass of wine, a good sleep. I don't have a bath here. Well, I used to enjoy a nice redox bath when I was playing rugby. You know, I've not played rugby for many years, but I used to enjoy a nice redox bath for when I was feeling a little bit under the weather. But nice glass of wine, good night's sleep. I'll be back at it tomorrow as good as ever. And who knows, Aeroclean might just be toying with me. It might give me another 30, 35, 40 grand tomorrow. You never know. Make up for a bad day today. Say don't get married to a stock, like I keep saying, but you know, I don't want to get married to a woman before. The last time I did that, she drained me all of my life source. PTN, I'll have a look for you. It's the top mover at the moment. Optinos moving. Not Not a huge volume. I think that's the biggest volume candle we've had so far. Oh, that's the daily, so that's why. Optinos. We're up at 292. Breaking highs. Oh, it's not bad. What's the catalyst on this? Okay, so we had some analyst ratings come out on Optinos. That's about it. I can't see a specific catalyst for it to move. EMO Capital gave it a buy rating, but just be careful. And this is what I'm always saying about check the catalyst. If it's not got a catalyst that you can believe in, if it doesn't have a catalyst that you understand why it's moving, then be suspicious of the move, because it can move up quickly, but it can also pull back just as quick. Euroclean now the top of the movers over the last 15 minutes. What happened, Fast Gas? Kirisaki? Is it Kirisaki? Robert Kirisaki? Is it Kiriaki or Kirisaki? Keep forgetting. Kiyosaki. All right. Okay. Apparently, Robert Kiyosaki's touting canned tuna as the best investment of the day, simply because gold, silver, and Bitcoin aren't edible. So if you hoard cans of tuna, it's a better strategy to ride out inflation than buying gold, silver, or Bitcoin. Ah, that is quality. Oh, it can't be that. It's got to be tongue-in-cheek. It has to be. There's no way that's serious. Oh my word. Oh, that's got to be tongue-in-cheek. I mean, for someone of his stature in the finance industry to come out with a statement like that, that's quality. That's that's got to be tongue-in-cheek. He's got to be saying that with a wry smile, just kind of making light of the current, the current cost of living situation. Huddle tuna. that's quality. Oh, that's cheered me up as that. I've got a couple of cans of tuna in the cupboard. I guess I'm rich. Oh. Audius? Do they trade under any particular ticker there, Super Chip? I think I'm going to hodl tuna though. Actually, I'm waiting for my dog's food to be delivered. It's supposed to be delivered today and it's late, so she had a can of tuna today. Maybe that was I'm spoiling her too much. A can of tuna for the dog when I could be hodling it like Kiyosaki says. Don't trade Forex, Sam Simpson. This is whilst I do swing trade and I certainly invest and occasionally trade options. I don't. That's not what this channel's about. This channel is about day trading. So no, I don't trade forex. I mean, if you're a forex trader, or if you want to learn forex, then this is not the channel for you. You're welcome to stay and learn about trading the stock market. By all means, I'm happy to have you. Everybody's welcome on this channel. Well, except for what was your man's name? The idiot that was making out he was the world's best trader the other week. Whatever happened to him? Can't remember what he was called either. Options can be complex, but they can be very simple as well. There are some very complex option strategies that you can employ, but I've gone over a lot of different option strategies, and I try to personally. I prefer to keep it simple, but some of them are actually quite interesting. Error clean pulling back under 15. It really needs to hold above 15 for me. It'll be interesting for tomorrow. Snoop. Snooze. It wasn't Snoop. I'm thinking Snoop. It was snooze. But you were almost there. Yeah, the hedging strategies, the strangle. There's a lot of different strategies that you can take with options. And the thing is, with doing that with options, it's better in a volatile market. You make a lot more money if you probably Kieran. But you make a lot more money with options in a highly volatile market because you can play both ways. Those hedging strategies can work both ways. So as you take your position, say at the beginning of the day, and you take both calls and puts at just outside the money on both ways, then you wait for one to get in the money, and that pays for both your both positions. And then when it pulls back and goes to the other way, that's when you make your money. So yeah, some of the hedging strategies are really clever. I should have done that with. Oh my goodness, this is a big sell-off. Yeah, $2 in 2 candles. What's going on here? Into the close. Watch this bounce up. That was people taking profits right at the death there. This will bounce up overnight. Snooze was great. Apparently he worked for a multinational hedge fund or bank or something. And I'm like, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. I went and had a look at his channel, and it looks like he's homeless. But, you know, fair play to him. Okay, well, that's it for a day. Red day. Not quite a red wedding, but I will take a look at the markets a little bit later. I'll come back, have a glass of wine, take a look at the markets a little bit later, and see what's looks like it's going to. See if I can start with a watch list for tomorrow. See what looks like it's going to continue and move. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. As Porky Pig would say, that's all, folks.